Hey everyone, I'd like to welcome you back to my channel. I do appreciate everyone that's watching the musings of an old guy in the Philippines. If you're new to my channel and you like my content, please subscribe and please take a moment to like any content that you like. I do appreciate comments as well. So tonight I want to kind of brain dump a little bit here with you guys. A couple months ago I did a video regarding preppers' anxiety, which is something I certainly have been feeling. And I want to dive a little deeper into what I'm doing to kind of cope with that, as well as my thoughts on why the anxiety is so bad right now. And first of all, I'd like to apologize if you hear an echo. I am upstairs. And I have an aircon on and the freeze dryer in the background running. So that's life out here. So the video I had, I was really concerned about, I'm a pretty sane guy, and my day and nights and dreams and everything was really just focused on trying to calculate all the world news and put it all together and try to see the bigger picture, right? So I think a lot of this is going to stem from all the things that are going on, and to me it's like a puzzle, and I'm trying to take the pieces and make it fit, and possibly fit a narrative that's not true, because it's what my brain has been focused on. So I stopped the last few days because I've had some friends ask me if I'm all right. Do I think the world's going to end, which I don't. And they've seen a lot of my videos lately, and they're kind of wondering if I'm off on a wild ride, or if some of the stuff I'm saying makes sense. And I think it's kind of a combination of both, to be honest with you. But I think what's happening to me mostly is I just now really stopped and told myself every single thing, to one degree or another, that is happening right now has happened before, and it's happened for centuries. There's always been conflict, there's always been horrendous acts, there's always been land grabs, there's always been droughts, floods, food shortages, depressions, recessions, economic failures, political turnover, civil unrest, all of this stuff. None of it's new. I think as I grew up, I just wasn't inundated with as much as I get in today's technology-driven world, right? So unless my grandparents were watching nightly news or something, or made a passing comment about something, it just wasn't on my agenda, my radar, or even in my knowledge base, right? I didn't even know about a lot of conflicts that were going on in the world. It's very rare that I did. So I think right now is, between all my feeds and my mind in my search algorithms, I'm constantly putting things up in my face, right? So I'm constantly watching the food forecast for 2023, which is grim, right? So that's a fact. Global food output for next year is going to be the talk of the news. And the famines that are going on have hit such a high level that it is, a global issue. And I have to remind myself that this isn't the first time the world has gone through this kind of stuff, right? Now, maybe it was never in my face 24/7 like it is today. There's always been global conflicts. There's always been wars. Right now, it seems like we're at a kind of a tipping point yet again. The Cold War never really ended, and there's always been, drama and tension between nation states. But right now, it's all in my face 24/7, right? And I'm trying really hard to step back and just keep telling myself that, hey, there's always been these issues, these problems, these events happening. I just wasn't always aware of them all at once. Do I personally think next year is going to be really rough for a lot of people? Economically, yes. I really, truly do. Inflation is up globally, period, right? Pick any news source you like. Just search on inflation for wherever you're at, and you're just going to see that inflation is crazy. Has it been crazy before? Yes. I got a pesky fly. But yeah, no, so next year will be tough, and I am trying to prepare. And I am a prepper in that aspect because I do want to be ready. So hence the food and the freeze drying and the medical supplies. I want to be able to make sure that my family, myself, whatever crisis we hit, we're ready for it. So the anxiety level has been really high, right? So I've had a couple people comment on it. And I really haven't taken a lot of time for myself to get out and just forget about it, right? I wake up in the morning, it's the first thing on my mind is what food am I cooking today? What am I stocking away in my pantry? What medical supplies are I missing? And I think what I want to try to do is focus on a little bit different tack for a while. I'm obviously going to keep freeze-drying food because that's an investment in the future, and that's just smart, and I'm enjoy doing that. But I think I'm going to try to learn a little bit more skill-based stuff, right? So, you know, I'm an ex-Boy Scout. I guess always a Boy Scout. But, you know, I commented on someone that had a question about my medical supplies, and I said, basically, yeah, I have all the things, right? Sutures, staplers, IVs, sodium chloride solutions, all the trauma meds, all the trauma bandages. I have tons of supplies. The reality is I don't know how to use most of this stuff, right? The Israeli bandages I watched a video on, and that's pretty straightforward. But so I've never, you know, did an IV. I've never, you know, set up a sodium drip. I've never used a chest wound. God, I hope I don't have to. But these are things I could probably learn, and probably not too hard. I could probably find a nurse out here that will walk me through it, you know, and let me practice, and then I'll have the confidence that if I need to do an IV, I can. I have blood typing kits, I have blood transfusion kits, you know, but I would never try to do a blood transfusion. I mean, it's got to be, you know, a really bad situation for me to attempt that. But it's knowledge I wouldn't mind having. There's just a lot of skills that, you know, when it comes to prepping that I want to gain a little bit more. In all honesty, I've never dressed a chicken, right? Yeah, I've seen it done, and I've eaten tons of chicken, but I want to actually get my hands dirty and you know, dress a chicken. Now, I've dressed rabbits, and I've dressed squirrels, believe it or not, but actual chicken I haven't dressed. So I want to take an afternoon, and as corny as this sounds, I want to go out and dress a chicken from live to pot, right? So I just want to make sure that I have that skill that I currently don't have. I think I can, I just haven't done it, so I don't have the confidence. So the anxiety, I'm going to back off a little bit on the prepping things, and I'm going to just try to enjoy life a little bit more. I'm going to schedule. I actually have to schedule time to get out and do stuff. Maybe fly the drone some more, maybe make a beach trip. I've been wanting to go to the beach since before COVID. But I'm also going to take a moment and try to write down a list of simple yet pretty necessary skills I want to develop. And part of this musing or rumbling I'm doing tonight with my mind is to just let people know that I'm fine. I'm just, I get overwhelmed with the minutia and all the things coming at once. And you know, the autism in me comes out, and it wants me to see the hidden messages and create the puzzle that's not there. Or is there, but you know, put too much emphasis on things. So just a friendly reminder, anxiety is real, but there are ways to deal with it. The number one way is to remind yourself that nothing we're seeing today is new. Everything that we're seeing today, we've seen before. It might seem like it's all hitting at once, but I think that's the technology shoving it down our throats. Part of that is the global government. You know, they want to keep you on edge and keep you afraid. So I just have to remind myself of that from time to time. And I'm going to focus on learning new skills for the next few months as I still, you know, prep foods and things. But hopefully I'll have some content out on that. I'll try to do videos. Now, I'm not going to be perfect, and you know, I'll show you my fails. But I'm just checking in with everyone. I just want to let you guys know that I'm still prepping. I still believe everyone should prep. And I don't want to be the doomsday guy, and I don't want to sit there and make you think I'm standing on a box on the corner yelling the end is near. I don't think it is. I kind of wish the rivers of the world would not be so dry, but it's not the first time this has happened in the world. So that said, I am going to keep my eye on the feeds. I'm just going to remind myself when I get panicky that it's just my anxiety, and I need to not let it get to me. And hopefully you guys aren't seeing me as being a crazy or losing it kind of character. It's just that I've been kind of overwhelmed with thinking about this stuff. So I'm going to switch it up just a little bit, and that's always good, right? So I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to make a list of skills I want to learn. If you have any skills you think I should know, whether you know if I have them or not, but just go ahead and comment in the bottom. Say, Bill, do you know how to do this? This is good. Do you know how to make fire? Do you know how to do these kind of things? And I may already know this stuff, but at the same time, it's going to be great to get some feedback. And once again, if you like my content, hit that like button. It really does help. And I look forward to hearing from you guys. With that, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.